We got about 5 minutes left in the program. We've got so much vital information today, and I love this. I want to continue to having more guests come from the St. Joseph Hospital in London, and let's talk about all kinds of different aspects. And you've educated us so well today. In the last 5 minutes, let's touch on other types of disease like bed bugs. They spread disease.
Bed bugs is more of a nuisance than anything.
Right.
Bed bugs is the one thing that probably doesn't spread disease, but
Oh.
they make you think they have. I mean, if you look at your other things like mosquitoes, flies, and that those are more of your disease. But bed bugs themselves
Right.
are called hitchhikers, and they
Oh.
can hitchhike on your shoes, on different things, and it doesn't matter how clean you are, you can still get bed bugs. And so you've got to be diligent. You've got to make sure it's not like roaches that you can do a lot of preventative measures with, but you need to look for signs and symptoms of this.
Right.
And you would think that a person, I was reading an article the other day, and it said if you have the little red spots and stuff like that, start thinking bed bugs. But sometimes bed bugs can bite you. You never even know it, and you may just have a scratch or an itch. That does not mean that necessarily you have bed bugs, but you need to be looking for these little black things that crawl.
Mosquitoes, it being springtime, summertime coming up, we need to protect ourselves from mosquito bites because they do transmit disease.
Yes, and one of the things that we have seen in our area in the past is whenever the water becomes stagnant and it's not moving, and you have these mosquitoes, and you have the West Nile virus, Epstein-Barr virus, and so you get these viruses, and these mosquitoes are in this swamp water, and then they're going out infecting people, and like ticks and fleas and stuff like that, like Lyme disease from your deer ticks and your Rocky Mountain spotted fever. So all these themselves are just things out there that you've got to watch, so that when you come in from being outdoors, that during the summer and the spring and the fall and whenever that they have a potential for ticks, that you examine yourself, you examine your children. We've seen ticks between people's toes and other places. So it's important that you look between all these areas.
In the last couple of remaining minutes, once again, your best advice to people would be wash your hands,
Yes.
stay clean, and if you feel the symptoms and signs of a cold or flu, don't put it off.
That's
Come get
right.
it checked out.
That's right. And the thing about it is because if you have the flu, and if you can start something like one of your drugs, such as Tamiflu, and I'm not suggesting one over another, but if you can catch that early within the first 48 hours, it will help alleviate, get you over the illness quicker.
Right.
It can help you from getting pneumonia. It can help you feel better. It can decrease the length of time that you're spending in the hospital, and it can get you back working. Because remember, the flu that we're seeing now is hitting the people that's out there working for a living. And it's hitting those younger children. And what happens is when your younger children are sick, you're having to take off from work to take care of them. And so it's really important.
Well, I tell you what, we've been educated today, and I just want to take this time to say thank you, Gladys Korn, from the St. Joseph Hospital in London, Director of Infection Prevention. We've been educated. Now we need to lead by example and do this. Keep our hands washed, keep sanitized, and if we're feeling sick, let's not spread it around to somebody else. Let's get treatment.
That's exactly right.
Well, we thank you for taking this time and being with us. Thank you to the hospital and all the staff doing a fabulous, wonderful job up there. Professional, caring people, and we need to support them. And until next week, this has been the Local and Community Issues and Answers.